Hey guys, welcome to Foods and Fixes. Today I'm going to show you how to make a basic French omelette. We're going to start by cracking 3 large eggs into a small mixing bowl. In a French omelette, it's common to add herbs like parsley or chives, but today I'm just going to be making a plain omelette with a little bit of shredded cheese. The biggest difference between the French and American omelette is the technique. With the French omelette, we're going for a softly cooked egg and small curd, whereas in an American diner-style omelette, you'll have harder, larger curds and a more brown surface. The result should be a pale yellow omelette with a smooth surface and custard-like interior. Here I added a little bit of kosher salt and I'm going to mix the eggs well. You want to combine the yolk and the white very thoroughly. I've heard some people say that seasoning during mixing can dry out the eggs, but in my experience it's not true. It's more about how you cook the eggs with the proper technique to end up with a tender and delicious egg. So after I've mixed everything thoroughly, I'm going to go ahead and heat up a non-stick pan with a good amount of butter and let it coat the pan. You don't want to have the heat too hot because the egg will overcook, so make sure your butter doesn't burn. You want it to gently melt. Then, once the butter is melted, we add the egg and immediately start to vigorously stir the egg mixture. At the same time, I'm quickly moving the pan back and forth and shaking it along as I go along. You don't want to leave the egg alone and set like you would on an American omelet. If you look closely as the pan gets out of the camera view, it's because I've taken the pan off the burner to avoid overcooking. The French omelet technique is all about regulating the time and temperature. It should almost look like an English-style scrambled egg in the pan with creamy small curds. And as I'm cooking the eggs, you'll start to notice that the mix is drying up, and that's when I sort of spread the mixture across the pan. Also shaking the pan to make sure that the more liquidy eggs coat the bottom. And of course, I'm not even letting the pan touch the burner at this point because the heat is just so well retained in the pan. And then I'll go ahead and run the spatula along the edges, and then I just let it set off the heat for about 15 seconds. At this point, the omelet's pretty much finished. I'm adding a little shredded cheese, and then I'm going to begin to roll up the edges. The final shape of my omelet that you see here in the video isn't the prettiest, and that's because you should roll the omelet towards the opposite side of the handle. I didn't do that, so I ended up messing around too much with the product, and since this is not a firm omelet, it started to crumple up a little bit. But normally for this presentation, you'll kind of want a long, like burrito-like shape, perfectly centered on the plate. It's really not too hard to do if you're more careful with the spatula. So you kind of flip the egg over onto the pan, and that's it. And as you can see, as I plate the omelet, you can see it's got a very smooth surface and the color is very light. Again, we were going for that pale yellow appearance with very smooth curds. This technique gives you a more luxurious omelet, and once you have the skills down, you can customize this omelet any way you like, adding herbs, different cheeses, vegetables, and meats. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please click like and subscribe for future videos, and as always, check out foodsandfixes.com for more content. Thank you.